Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes.
Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay. I have one
Let's
Zusi on the name.
Let's try them. Let's still try.
What's going on, everyone? Happy Thursday. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and you are watching Unboxing Thursdays. What I normally do on the show is every week I sit down with a friend in the collector community and open some toys. But tonight, I had a late meeting and I figured, I didn't want to cut anyone short if I were to have a guest. So I would have do a solo show and, I still have toys to open and just chat with you in the chat. So whether you're here live or watching on the replay, appreciate you. Feel free to say hi in the comments or in the live chat right now. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me tonight, and I appreciate you. Last month on the channel, not last month on the channel, everywhere last month was Asian Heritage Month, AAPI Heritage Month. But on the channel, I tried to do more coordinated, specific content with people who are doing cool stuff, Asians representing everyone else in a positive way, doing interesting things. So tried to do a couple videos like that for everybody. Mike Del Mundo, Eric Bauza, Paul, the Enablers, everybody who was on, thank you so much. Everyone who watched and supported means a lot. I know it's a little bit of different content. That's not specifically toys, like just toys, it's toy adjacent. So I'm just trying to get a gauge of that kind of content. So everyone who watched, thank you so much. The video with Eric, thank you to Heroes World and my friend Garth and Mo for videoing. If you haven't watched it yet, put it on your play watch later list. That would be greatly appreciated. Tonight my guest is myself and a bunch of toys. I'm opening some toys that I didn't get to last week on Enablers, but I would like to get to it now because now I have seen the Spiderverse. Now I'm going to be talking about these toys, and like Jason says in the chat, I'm going to try and talk around spoilers and plot points. Generic stuff, maybe specifically for each toy and, and collecting. But I do have the Spider-Man and Across the Spider-Verse Peter B, the Cyborg Spider-Woman, which is the big chunky figure in the deluxe box, the Jessica Drew, and non-spider themed, I have the Power Rangers Dino Thunder Black Ranger. This is the most recent one with the Jason David Frank unmasked head on here. I still need the Yellow Ranger for this team, but it's, for the most part, I'm close to completing it. And finally, I do have some Micro Galaxy Squadron TIE fighters and a Millennium Falcon that I need to get to, that a friend of mine sent over. So we're going to get to that tonight. Man, I'm not used to doing a solo show, but man, thank you everyone who's here just to support. I know it's a little bit later than normal and getting closer to Toymigos, so I'm not going to go like 4 hours, 2 hours, maybe hour and a half, and we're good. I just want to open up some stuff, hang out with everybody. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions of where to go in San Diego, things to do, let me know in the chat. That'd be cool. We can talk about some new toys as well. A bunch of Marvel Legends were announced. San Diego exclusives, JADA toys, Street Fighter figures. We can look at those real quick, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. And I don't know why anyone does, but you can hear mine as well. But let's say what's up to the chat who is here. First up is Samrock, a channel member. I did a toy show on the weekend, and he came by, and we got to oh shoot, I don't have your sticker with me. It's in my sticker pile. But yeah, it's good to see you. Another channel member, Loki, channel member Dom Muchiciato, Channel members. Nightmare Nemo is here. What's going on? Channel member Bearded Builds.
What it do, baby?
I hope that played. Stream Elements, thank you for showing up. Matt Logic 44, Legendary Poser. Jason Lapidus is here. Like I said, he says, looking forward to watching Kev talk around spoilers for Spiderverse. I mean, it's doable. It's doable. What's up, Mr. Ryan Clark? He's saying hi to everyone in the chat. That's awesome. Tommy K's here. What's up, Tommy? Loki, Toy Rensu. Tommy K's now one word. Tamik. Johnny Cock. Hey, what's going on, man? And the Chamba, like it's getting so crazy. I think someone was counting. Was it last night? That San Diego Comic-Con is like 40 something days away. I don't know if that's correct, but dude, I'm getting really hyped and maybe slightly overwhelmed at like the possibility of meeting so many people still that I haven't met from before. Chamba being one of them. I know SDCC is a much bigger convention than DesignerCon when we went. So more of you celebrity types that I want to meet are going to be flying in there. So I'm just so excited. To the point where like every time someone's posting toy news, I'm just like, is this exclusive? Do I need to line up for this? I just think everything's an exclusive from now on. So Chamba, can't wait to meet you. I'm going to pack my Tech On covers. Or your Tech On cover, the issue 1. Can't wait, man. DES Gaming, what's good? 1-6 Shooters here. What's up, Trevor? Trevor's not going, right? San Diego? I forget. RMD is here. Definitely going to hang with the homie RMD. Legendary Poser's going to be there. I remember this time. I'm not surprised that you're going. Legendary Poser. We know now. You're going, right? Tenio Toys. Steve Morrow is here. Jason says, I might need to get that Peter B. And you know what? I'm going to have a word with you because why do you feel like that? And you've seen the movie too. David De La Huerta is here. Highly articulated. Now I'm playing with myself. Someone already has that name. Someone's made that their whole brand. That's Adam Van Wickler's brand. I'm not gonna bite that. Nigel's here. What's up, Nigel? Yeah, Super 7 store. Have they announced their theme? Last year was G.I. Joe themed, right? They changed the whole store. We'll probably go check that out. We have a couple of off days. Dom says, got the No Way Home 3-pack. Hey, congratulations. Toby is fire. Yeah, that's great, man. I can't wait for that. Figure Fan Nate, man, good to see you. It's been a while. Haven't seen your name in a while. Glad to see you here. I know if Nate hasn't been posting pics, you know he's been MIA. And I keep rubbing my eye because my allergies are killing me. But I have to wear my contacts. I don't want to wear glasses because I'm far too vain. I look like the biggest dork when I wear glasses. It sucks. I can't drive. But yeah, Nate, good to see you. Is this Ato Tuzi? Ato? I don't know. I hope I'm not reading that wrong, but I know we chat on IG. Good to see you. Ohio. Omega Weapon 13. What's good? Eric Alfred Abel. Sorry, I'm just reading Jason's comment. Eric Alfred Abel, thanks for being here. Matt Logic 44. Jason says, happy to answer the question, why do I think I need that after seeing the movie? Why would you just say that? Just give me the answer. Give me the answer. Okay, everyone, there's like 30 something people here. I know there's no fancy guests tonight, but if we could all help me out, get as many likes as we can in the first hour, that would be awesome. What do you guys want to see, guys and gals and everybody? What do you want to see me open first from this pile? We have Jessica Drew, big Cyborg Spider Woman, Peter B, Dino Thunder, Tommy Oliver. Open your heart to us. What does that mean? I mean, we're always on here talking about childhood traumas and stuff. How have I not opened my heart? I'm sure we'll get to it at some point. Tormetsu says Jessica Drew. Okay. wouldn't have guessed that one, but sure. Oh no. Big Cyborg. All right, Cyborg. All right, overwhelming votes for Cyborg. Suck it, Torensu. I don't know if you guys watched the episode with Mike Del Mundo, who is I don't, to me, like a comic book. I don't want to say legend because he hasn't been around that long, but like he's going to be a legend. Like I just love his work. But he was on with me last week, and he opened this, and it's a beast. There's the artwork on the side, and when you look at this design, we all know Cyborg Spider-Man, but this is like a different take on it, and a whole bunch of spikes and this missile arm. So yeah, it's definitely an appealing character design. All right, Jason says, this Across the Spider-Verse Peter B is the way he looked in the action of Into the Spider-Verse. I dig that movie, and the version they gave us last time is fun, but no good for action posing. That is true, because the one from the last movie was Peter with the coat and the pants and slippers, right? But this, I don't know, this one, I don't know how I feel about this one yet. Fan of Gun Collectibles, thanks for tuning in, says, just swinging in to hit the buttons and show support before hitting the hay. Thank you. Stick around for like 30 seconds. I think you got to stick around for 30 seconds at least. But yeah, leaving a thumbs up on this video, thank you so much, tells YouTube that you like what's going on here, and other people might too, so YouTube will show it to them. That helps the channel immensely at no cost to you, but it means the world to the channel, and your support is always appreciated. What's up, Jurassic Jesse? Jesse, man, when you're ready to stream, I would love to would love to have you as a guest on the show. So get at me. So these are the ones I opened last week, $20.99. Whoa, this camera looks so clear. What's going on? My hands look. Whose hands are these? They look so real. We have Gwen. We have, honestly, this is my favorite figure of the wave, and it did not disappoint. It is Spider-Punk. And you know what? After watching the movie, he's even better. Even better. The Spot, after watching the movie, definitely more appreciation for the figure. And we have Miles. So these are the ones that I think visually, without seeing the movie, these were the ones that I was the most excited for, and that's why I opened them first last week with the enablers. Shout outs to Matthew, Yoko, Mario, and Mike last week for coming through. Shortest enablers episode, I think, ever. But after watching the movie, it's cool to have the other figures. Well, you know, I'll give you my thoughts. And again, there will be no spoilers for Spider-Verse, and keep your spoilers to yourself, please. We have Bad Force Grumps. What's going on, Grumps? If you would like to talk more toys outside of the stream, whether it be, you know, new pickups, sightings, pre-orders, things that you're excited for, movies, music, comics, all that stuff, toy photography, I just pasted a link for the Enablers Discord into the chat. You can join there. It's going on all the time, but the reason I mentioned this after Grumps is that every Monday there is a Toy Talk live chat where Grumps and a bunch of people go in every Monday night and talk about, it's almost like you get to be on a podcast. Like, you start off with a toy topic and you never know where it goes from there. People hop in and out, and it's just a lot of fun. This tape is really away from I missed. All right. But yeah, that's the link to the Discord. Feel free to join it. And we post links there when new videos go up, enabler videos, everyone's streams and all that stuff. So I keeping all these figures here. And oh, don't forget the enabler photo challenge. It is hashtag enabler_Spiderverse, I believe. And we'll be looking at the Spider-Verse photos on next month's episode before I go to San Diego. So perfect theme for Spider-Verse coming out now. Coincides, and I got all these crazy figures. Bearded Builds, what's good? Oh, Matthew Toy is here also. What's up, Matthew Toy? Who is streaming. Go check out Matthew and Between Two Sentinels. His toy show with J-Shots. And they had Yoko on this week as their guest. So feel free to check that out. Add that to your playlist. There's an option to add more music now, so I've added some of my music that I use from my produced videos in the background. Oh, okay. Last week I asked Matthew, because Matthew had basically come from the movie theater and then came onto the stream, and I asked him, about each figure and which characters were in the movie and whatnot. I don't think it's a spoiler, but I had asked him, how important is this character? And after seeing the movie, my allergies have been really bothering me the last few weeks, so I went to the theater with glasses, and I think the combination of that plus my eyes almost trying to crawl out of my face, I might have missed this appearance. But look at this thing, like, hold on. That is just gnarly. Missile launcher arm. Yo! There's a lot of spikes over here. These are soft plastic for safety reasons. Spider chain emblem on the front. I know some people are upset, and I can understand why. It's like, how come the webs are painted here, but not on the back? And on the feet, but just the front? Is that a QC issue, or I don't know. I guess if you're looking at the back of the figure, it's not there. It's very strange. But in terms of character design, I love this thing. This is awesome. Does that see the gun arm rotates? Head's got pretty good range. Maybe like a punching hand here, right? Because what is this hand supposed to be doing? Holding up the other arm as a cannon support? Oh my gosh. I wonder if I can get this into my toy shot. I'm trying to think of a toy shot that is not spoilery, but incorporates all the toys. This thing is a tank. All right, I'm going to do a side-by-side for you all. Spider face. Yo, Wang's here. What's up, man? How's the toy collecting going? What new pickups do you have, dude? I kept seeing you at the last toy show. All right, so that's Miles. And that's the... I can straighten this leg out for complete height comparison. That's crazy. Is this solid or hollow? This is solid. $390 grams or 13.7 ounces. Does that help anyone? Does that help anyone? RMD, are we doing karaoke? Absolutely we are. You got to find a place that has, I guess it's got to be like a Korean joint, right? Karaoke and soju. There should be some out there. We have I'm TJ Williams in the chat. What's good? Happy Thursday to you. The Spots character was captured in this figure. Yeah, when I looked at this, I'm like, you know what? The only saving grace is the accessories that he came with. That was before the movie. He comes with this. Miles coming out of one of the Spots. and then a hand coming out. Maybe like a fist would have been cool. But yeah, after seeing the movie, so much better. This figure is so much better, and like I'm so glad it's in the line. I still need to heat this foot up because the up down isn't working well, and I don't want to force it. I just need to bring it upstairs. So, and something which I'm really surprised about, and I think a lot of people were surprised, was that they didn't know during the movie that this was a two-parter. Now, the only reason I knew was because I looked at the packaging here, and from the Marvel Legends packaging, it says Part 1 right here. That's the only indication through all advertising and media that this was a two-parter. You know, and I don't read much fully into anything. But I don't know. A lot of people, it seemed like a lot of people were too, because in the theater, it's a two-parter, you know. It's not resolved at the end of this one, so they were gasping and in shock. They're like, "Oh my god!" So, you know, I don't know if that helps you cope when you're watching the movie, but this is definitely part 1. Part 2 is scheduled for March 2024. And last week we had someone in the chat who worked on the movie, and I was like, "Oh, you know, they probably did a whole bunch of stuff at once and filmed it all together, and it should be on time for next year." But I think it's different when you're animating stuff versus you're shooting physical actors that, like, you know, you have them on set. Let's shoot all the scenes on location while we have everything here and then chop it up later. It's like, I don't know, digitize it, animate it later on at your own pace. Some spoilers in the chat. And you know what? You never know. Even though it wasn't that long of an appearance, maybe Cyborg Spider-Woman is in part 2. There's eyelash in my eye. Off. Oh my god. There's something else I wanted to talk about, but then I realized it might be spoilery, so I'm going to ignore that topic. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Yeah, the photo challenge is live. It was kind of hidden in one of my posts. It was like a multi-photo post, so I can repost it again. Oh, that was a big eyelash. The lack of webbing on the back is a major plot point. No. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna. It's not. That's a good one though. It's getting out of hand. Yeah, send me a pic. Send me a pic. This it is approximately half of a keyboard tall. Works. Do I have a Spiderverse shelf? Jason, I absolutely do. It is before the Spider-Man movie even was the thing. The Spiderverse was even a thing. I had a shelf. I had made a diorama of a building corner, like it's a rooftop corner. And DK, years ago when I first moved in here, he helped me set that display up. So it has like the original Spider-Punk, a whole bunch of OG Spider-Man figures on there that I've just been building out. But now that there's like an official Spider-Verse kind of like set of characters, I think I have to rearrange it or set up a new space for this squad of characters. How much is it in liters? I will liquefy it and let you know later. Dante and Machu made me get Spot, like they enabled you, or they put a gun to your head and they're like, boy. At the theaters, the trailer said part 1. I don't remember that. Loki says, I want a comic version Spot, slimmer and more spots on the body. Sunfire body could work. Yeah, I mean, that would be cool. This one is a really good representation of the movie look. But if they want to do a comic version, it shouldn't be too hard. Just give it this cow motif. There you go. Tenio says, I was one of those surprised by the two-parter March. March is so long, but at least it's not a full year. If you think about it, SDCC is next month, and then it's 5 months till the end of the year, and then 3 more. But it might get pushed back. Even this movie was pushed back. Two-parters remind me of Infinity War and Endgame. People ran out of the theater crying at the end. Yeah. Well, they weren't crying because it was a two-parter, was it? They were crying because some major stuff happened. So yeah, Cyborg Spider-Woman. Maybe a hand swap would have been cool, like a fist. Or an effect that goes in here. I think sculpt-wise and like tooling-wise, this is just all sorts of awesome. When you look at the details, webbing, straps, spikes, more straps. I don't know what the hell this is. Like a bootleg Wolverine thing, a pouch. You gotta have a pouch for snacks. More pouches here. Like character design and sculpting, this thing is sick. But maybe the extra hand, I don't know, maybe a blast effect for something here would have been cool. And yeah, the webbing thing is definitely odd. Like, could they not get to this part because these things are blocking in terms of like the manufacturing process? Doesn't make sense that they would paint it once it's put together, right? But I hear, like, I get people's gripes with that. This does feel odd that it's just the front. Hey, what's up, Plastic Boy Wonder? Don't bother, Plasty is done it again for the photo challenge. So many great, yeah. Plasty is photo challenge is perfect for somebody like Plasty. Just giving people like a topic to really pour their artistic and pour their creativity into it. If maybe you didn't know what to post for a while or needed an idea, that's why we kind of do the photo challenge. And then I realized in one of my toy bins I had this SH Figure Arts just sitting there, not being fully utilized, which I feel bad for. The next one is Peter B. Now, what Jason says is that this is more of what Peter B does in the first movie in terms of his costume. He definitely has a different look in the new movie. Now, I don't know how early in advance the toy makers get a look at the designs, what designs they get a look at, and if these things change afterwards. We do know the movie was pushed back a little bit. But yeah, to me, out of the whole wave, this might be the least kind of like, oh, I gotta open it now. Like, I need that right away. And that maybe because not only like the first Legends one was good because it had the coffee cup, it had the Peter B head sculpt, it really captured that kind of like that version of Peter Parker. But not only did we get that from Legends, but we had Mafex and we got Sentinel Peter B Parkers, where, like, you know, obviously the price difference is a lot more. Like, what, 5 times the price of a Marvel Legend to get the Mafex and Sentinel? But you were able to get like a Peter B Spider-Man, or you were able to get like the full Spider-Man. You had the option to swap it out, which is crazy, right? You could change the legs to have either sweatpant legs or soft good sweatpant legs. You can change them barefoot, Spider-Man shoes, you know, slippers, things like that, which I get. Which, again, that import price might not be for everybody, but I think maybe because I have the Mafex, that the bar was kind of set high, that seeing this Peter Parker, I felt like I didn't need it. Not that, and even then, it feels kind of like you could have more stuff here. Yeah, Nico Hodge has he's working on some. Ooh, this is tight. Spider-Punk heads. I'm not going to go into specifics. I don't know if people consider that a spoiler, but if you want to check it out, go check out, obviously, Artman Customs, Nico Hodge. Nico Hodge, who was also a guest this week on the Fallen Fett Chronicles with the homie, the Fallen Fett, obviously. Give that a watch too. Support them. They're two fantastic people. That is crazy range, though. I don't think a normal Spider-Man gets that. And I think you can only have that with like a longer... Do any Spider-Man have like range like this? Without modification? Now this doesn't have butterflies, and I don't know if that's because to keep it in line with the movie look. But still, like, this is pretty posable. Abdomen. What is this called? Diaphragm swivel. Oh, look at this ball joint. Balls ab crunch down here. That's pretty good. Right into the sweatpants. Yeah, no butterflies. I feel like all Spider-Man should have butterflies, but if the choice is to keep it a uniform movie look, I get that. Is this a unique sculpt? Yeah, like the barefoot thing. I don't know. Maybe more accessories? I feel like they might do another Peter B. Just because this isn't the look. He doesn't look like this in Across the Spider-Verse. But you know what? Even he comes with web shooting hands. I don't know. Chat, you let me know. No spoilers for Infinity War. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Everything that's come out since has been a spoiler for Infinity War. Yo, but Loki, you need that Spider-Punk even without Loki, without Nico's head sculpt. Well, he's printing them and painting them. Oribus and I believe the Glowing Ghost are the two sculptors that he's got heads from. But not to say Nico's not talented in painting them. Like he does incredible work. But look at this thing, man. Like, it's so good, even without the unmasked head. Like, he's got the guitar hands, the photo reel, or whatever 3D. It's not 3D printing, but like it's like the printer. Our printer prints on the ink here. He's got a pick in his hand, and this is a cool figure, man. He's so like tall and lanky. I brought him out, and I showed my friend Mike, and he went nuts. He went nuts over that figure. Get her in a badass action pose. What can she do? What can she do? Does she even shoot a web? Can she? How would you, like, jumping and shooting? It basically only goes up, down. I can't even have it shoot to the side. There, how's that? Zap! They probably clawed back the paint budget for all the unique sculpting. But it's like, yo, how can we make this within cost? We'll paint half the webs. That's sick. Come on, that's so cool. Yeah, with Sentinel, you can get a regular Spider-Man. You can change it to Peter B. Is that the one with the dad bod stomach you can swap out? Like, that's crazy. But again, that's 5 to 6 times more than a Marvel Legends. It's hard to compare. It's hard to compare that. And you know what? The cool part is that if you have that, you can pass on this Peter B and not have to worry about like, oh, well, you know, I don't have to buy this just to get a Build-A-Figure piece. Which it feels like was the Cyborg Spider-Woman. I don't know, it seems like it could have been a full wave. Who knows? Who knows? I like it though. This is a very well-rounded offering for the movie. Ball joints at the waist is great. A second wave would be crazy and awesome. They got to do it. They got to do it. After watching the movie, there's so many characters that I want, and you know what? It's probably not made because A, spoilers, and B, you know, you wouldn't put out 2 waves of movie figures at once, right? And then you can do it if there's any figures that come out that were designed on early concept, you know, sometimes they re-release the character with proper paint schemes and designs. Spider-Punk needs his I know. You know what? I was thinking I need that Prowler figure from the first movie. I don't have that yet. I don't have that. And I was like, I guess I don't need it. Because in the first movie he did. But I still wanted like a complete team. But yo, yeah, RMD's karaoke. I just saw that message again. Find some places. Let me know. All right, someone said, Toretsu says Jessica Drew. Now, I don't remember what was said in the trailers and what was said in the movie, so I'm not going to justify or unjustify her presence in this wave. You know what bothers me? What bothers me the most is that like people saw this toy and they got all bent out of shape. Not everybody. Certain people, obviously, got bent out of shape. Cyborg Spider-Woman? Like, it's supposed to be Cyborg Spider-Man. Now it's a woman. This is all woke stuff and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, first of all, it's a goddamn multiverse. You don't think in the infinite possibilities out there that there's a Cyborg Spider-Woman? So there's that, like, outrage. And then on top of that, like, you haven't even seen the movie yet. Why would you get upset? My thing is, I almost missed it in the movie. That's all. That's all. And if you can't accept, like, this is a sick-ass design, whether it's Cyborg Spider-Woman or man, like, where are your priorities? This is comics. This is fantasy. This isn't real. This is a multiverse. It's just insane. All right. Put an unarticulated Spider-Ham in it and call it a 2-pack. Well, they've already done that twice, right? With Gwen and with the reissue Noir, which Toys R Us here classified as a 2-pack and tried to charge $80 for it at first. There was a bunch of Spider-Man 2-packs that came out, and they're like, oh, Spider-Man Noir and Spider-Ham 2-pack? 80, just like everybody. We're gonna charge them for 2 full figures. Yes, the music, the album is on Spotify. Is it produced by Metro Boomin? I just don't need to hear him go Metro at the beginning of every song. Like, I get it, your name is in the title of the album. Jessica Drew, she is in the movie. She has more time in the movie than Cyborg Spider-Woman. Let's put it that way. Let's see. Translucent glasses. You can see the eye on there. That's awesome. Look at that texture on this hair. A solid hair piece. Get some range there. She needs a motorbike. Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been cool. Am I Peter being... Is that a phrase? Peter being it? No, I'm wearing pants. I doubt Cyborg Spider-Woman would have been the BAF. This is one of the 2 shrink-flated waves that we're getting this. One of 2? How do you know there's 2? Was this announced? Nobody did Kingpin from the first... Yeah, that's right, Rick Jones. That's right. And, what's the new TMNT movie? The new TMNT movie, they've shown some of the toys, and Rocksteady, I think... Rocksteady is crazy because it's like a solid body, and his face is just a moving faceplate on the top, on the front. There's no neck or anything, and I feel like that's how Kingpin would be done. SHF is good at making bikes. They are. Okay, Jessica Drew has bicep swivel. It's just basically live reviews for everybody. Everyone's double jointed in this wave, which is crazy, right? Considering how thin some of these arms are. Everybody is double jointed. Everybody is pinless. That's right. So there is that on the upside. She's got 2 hands that are just kind of gesturing, I guess. I don't know what they could be doing. You can indicate like, oh, I'm having a baby. Those are good hands for that. Twist. Does it move forward at all? Or am I just forcing this? A little bit. Spider-Ham is like the Grogu of Spider-Man figures. Always gets put in as a statue with someone else. That's true. It's like Black Series just keeps putting Grogu in with everyone, and Vintage Collection with a slightly different expression. I don't know if this is music soundtrack. Does that count as a spoiler? After seeing the movie, I don't know how I feel about... I don't know if I do want to SHF Spider-Man 2099 or not. Doc Ock from the first movie is... I mean, both of these movies have incredible character variety and designs. Like, Sony will never give up Spider-Man. Right? Like, it's never going to go back to Marvel. Everything they put out for Spider-Man is just... It's solid and makes money. And then on top of that, to take it to a whole new level where animation is doing stuff like that, like... yeah, no, don't... I don't know what the deal is exactly, but don't ever give it back, Sony. You're gonna need it to make all that money. I don't know what these hands are supposed to be. Just gesturing hands? Like... And punchy hands. And again, there are other Spider characters and villains in this movie that I would love to see as figures, but you know, maybe one day I'll do a Spidey Across the Universe dedicated stream, spoiler full stream, like with Jason, and we can get to spoiler full talk. Double knee, thigh swivel, ankles be rockin', no calf. So, like, if you were a fan of her character in the movie, you get her as a figure. It would be cool to add her on the shelf just because of the spider themed jacket. But yeah, that's the Jessica Drew figure. Smoked Ham in the chat? Is that a new name? Welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in. while we're on the subject of Legends, I don't know who is interested in these that were announced this week. This is a new wave. I am bad at newer comics and knowing things about them. So there's a lot here that's like this Bath. I it's some sort of Hulk. I don't think I'm being racist. It's the totally awesome Hulk, I believe. Yeah, Matthew, these figures are hard to stand a little bit because they're the style of it. It's kind of top heavy-ish. They're lanky. And some of the feet could be stiffer, the ankle joints, but for the most part, they're good. If you want to get them in crazy dynamic poses, you need a stand. But I'm using the ones I printed from Landspeeder Luke. I'm gonna my new Spiderverse shelf is gonna be standing on these for sure. And then they have bases that you can stand on at different heights. Plasti. Hola. What's good? What's good? Right. So this wave, I can be picky with this wave because I don't need this Build-A-Figure. But when I posted it, there were people who were excited about this Hulk, so that's cool to see. But for me, it's not for me. The Captain Marvel looks okay. The face sculpt, it looks a little bland, would you say? I think she comes with some energy effects, which is cool. I only picked like one photo per character because that A, you can only post 10 images on Instagram and at a time, and B, these are the ones that Toy Farce shared in the Discord, so thank you, Toy Farce. The Photon one, I think her head sculpt looks good. The monochromatic, like black and white outfit looks clean here. This is the one where I'm just like, that doesn't look like Iman Vellani to me. And I don't know, is this a grown-up version of her? Or something like that. Because I don't feel like this looks like the actress at all. And in terms of like MCU 3D photoreal paint and sculpting, like this might be the biggest miss that I've seen. What do you think in the chat? Like what MCU head sculpt was a big miss for you before, and what do you think of this one? Smoked Ham says, I got turned onto this channel because of Dole. Well, thank you to Mr. Ryan Dole, who is always fantastic at plugging my channel and everyone else. A true gem in this community. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, the Captain Marvel one looks too soft, right? Like, or maybe that's a credit to like Brie Larson, like no wrinkles or anything on her face, or cheekbone. I don't know. I should look at the other photos, but for this one, I do want a Kamala Khan Miss Marvel figure, MCU one. But I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I have to wait for the actual figure to come out. But this one, I wanted it to be better than this. It comes with the cat, with the space cat as an accessory, which is sick. Let's see. The chat is saying Photon is the best one in this wave. Yeah, I would not argue against that. All peg warmers. I mean, you let me know. Dope or nope. Let's bring it back to that. Burlington Coat Factory has toys? Yo, I've seen, yeah, I saw the packaging. Iman Vellani's face is right there next to the photo of the figure, and it's like, I don't know. So it's supposed to be her? Because like I don't know the story well enough, and I don't know if it's based on a comic story, but it seemed like she's transporting or kind of switching between her and Captain Marvel. Don't Does she age up at some point? I don't know. Does one of I don't know. Does somebody get into costume? I bet it will look better. Jason. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful too, because I do want to get a figure of her. I think the show was very good, and I like how they portrayed her family, and just knowing that they're going to be on the big screen is really exciting for me. But yeah, this one is a hope. This one is a hope. If the rumor is true, Steven Yeun might play as Cho in Thunderbolts. Oh, Steven Yeun is gonna crush it in anything. Also need to finish Beef. I have 2 episodes left. This one is Marvel Boy. And something that I think Winger Lose pointed out, all the comic characters have the pin joints in the elbows and knees, and the MCU ones are pinless, pin visible. This one does nothing for me. I can pass. A flirkin, yes, that's what it's called. Thanks, Jess. It's like video game characters switching mid-gameplay. Come on. Beef is I really like it, and there are people who are like, this is like some of the best TV in a while. There are people who are like, it's cringy, and that's one person, that's DK. And you know what? You know, he has his own opinions, but I like it. I like it. It's funny because I road rage a little sometimes too. It's almost like a cautionary tale for me to cool it. Karnak, you see the pins there on the knees and the elbows. But I think have people been waiting long for a Karnak figure? This Steve Rogers, this Captain America, some people had problems with the face. Now is this one what's the opposite of bland? Is his face too flavorful? It's very well seasoned. Like, he's got every kind of musculature in his face working to kind of scowl at someone. Was the last Andrew House was the last one an MCU figure? I forget. I think I only have a comic one. Loki says Steven Yeun is a little bit too old to be my Amadeus Cho. Maybe they can cast me. Oh yeah, if you watch the episode of Hunting with me and Eric Bauza voiced Amadeus Cho. He's like, Amadeus Cho is billed as the 7th smartest man in the Marvel Universe. You don't think they stuck a landing? Damn, that's all I have left is the ending to watch. Commander Karen look. Yeah, I mean, all the expression is in this face. Every muscle in his face is working here. Yeah, they have the energy shield on his back. That's a cool look. I like the suit. I like the shield. You know, there's an abundance of cap heads that you can swap on if you don't like this one, I guess. This doesn't look that bad. He does look very angry. I think a lot of people are hating on it. And this is what Iron Man is this? Heroes Reborn? I don't need another Iron Man. I'm good. Is Captain America gonna fight Dick Tracy? Oh no, like that guy that Mezco's making? Was in the second Disney Plus wave. Oh, you're right. And I need to finish that wave too. That's why I don't recall it. All right, so there's so many toys, and it's wonderful because you know, if you missed out on a toy, you can get the character again at some point. If you whatever fan you are, it seems like they're making toys for everybody to have, which is great because you got to realize you don't have to buy everything. Some people want to, some people want to be completionists, and that's cool. If you have the means to do it, do it. For me personally, I broke out of that completionist mentality. I was doing it for the Black Series, and then I finally sold the first figure, Darth Maul, because I'm like, A, I can get more money for this, and B, I have the SH Figure Arts. I don't need to collect just to have a seamless line of numbers of boxes, and just to keep the sequence. I was buying characters I didn't want or care about, and so I had this moment on the weekends. The last 2 Sundays, I've been a vendor at toy shows, and combined between those 2 shows, I sold used toys that I haven't opened, toys I don't care about anymore, Mezco's namely, and I sold like over $1,000 of my collection. And the main goal was obviously make some space because there's too much stuff, but also getting the cash back is nice. I can buy new toys that I want, or I can use it for San Diego Comic-Con. That's the good part, but in that sense, I was like, damn, $1,000 cash here. How much did I spend on those toys? Right? How much did I spend on those toys just to get 1,000 back? Some Mezcos are probably sold higher value than I paid for, some less. Loose figures are obviously you're going to sell less. In Canada, you're buying like a $35 Marvel Legend or something, and maybe a few months later you sell loose for 20. You'd be hard pressed to find a buyer for $25. So to me, it's like, man, that's money that I'm losing buying some of the stuff I haven't even opened. So I just feel like I have to think more about each purchase. Like, is it going to sit here for a year or two, and then I'm going to try and sell it and get a fraction of the price back? So yeah, that's kind of like an epiphanal moment I had on the weekend. It was just kind of eye-opening, and just being better with my money and thinking more about the purchases. And again, thank you for watching Unboxing Thursdays, where I open new toys every week. Why are you even asking yourself how much you spent when you have a spreadsheet? Dude, my spreadsheet, I'm like all profit this year. I don't know where any of that money is because I don't have like a dime of it, but all profit. Yes. What else have we got going on? While we're looking on Instagram for toy news, I am excited to grab this. Hopefully, I'll be lining up for this in San Diego. Oh, someone posted the full image of this. I guess it was leaked. Right? JADA Toys teased this Street Fighter figure for San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Someone posted a leak of the everything that it comes with. I don't know which Instagram. Oh wait, Lago probably has. That's right, Jesse. I'm here every week to remind you to update your spreadsheet. Dario was nice enough to help me find one of the Street Fighter figures, so hopefully I can get that soon. Oh, I gotta reply to him. Where is... Here we go. I remember Lago posted this. This is... I don't know if this was leaked, but it's not even on the JADA Toys IG. Maybe it was leaked. Street Fighter 2. Says right here, Evil Ryu. 2 effects, 2 sets of hands, 3 heads, and the sign that's broken. Is there 2 signs? Let me try to read this. So it doesn't say if it's one like complete sign and one busted sign. It probably 2 signs, right? Because look at how the wood effect here breaks. Can they get that back together? But yeah, I'm going to be in San Diego on the Thursday, so I don't know how it works. Do I just go first thing in the morning and line up at their booth and wait for them to open on Thursday and get this? Lago leaks. Lago be leaking. Yeah, I'm hearing from people that Ryu and Fei Long are in stock from BBTS. Congratulations. Kevin Beasley says mine shipped today. That's sick. Oh, go check out Matthew Toy's new pick with Fei Long as the DJing Bruce Lee. I will pardon that racial overlook, because I would have done the same thing. He be beelining it to the Yo, so we're all gonna... That's the meeting point Thursday? No, RMD, you're not there Thursday. You're there Friday. Yeah, I don't know. None of the Street Fighter stuff has shown up in Canada yet, so I'm impatient, and I don't mind getting doubles of these. The Fei Long you can use for customs. Turn it into a Bruce Lee. The Fei Long you can use as customs for sure. But these are, like, I've never been a hardcore Street Fighter person, ever. But just how good these look, for the price, the posability, and just obviously Toy Migo's enabling all the time, showing these off, that like I want all of this line. And I wish my Chinese was better. Wait, Johnny's in the chat. He reads Chinese, right? Something... I think this is Lum, which is forest, and this is Fall, which is fire, and this is San, which is mountain. Yeah, why is Chun-Li in Wave 1, but only Fei Long and Ryu are available? Very strange. They're shown together on the back of the package, right? I will be offering to pick up people's hauls in exchange for exclusives, since I can't go... What do you mean offering to pick up? Like, you're going to carry it for us? I don't get it. The last Street Fighter thing I bought was the Street Fighter Power Rangers crossover figures, because I love that. I love that series from Bad in the Sun that they made with Jason David Frank for that Power Rangers game. What did you order, Plasty? What already shipped? Oh, you're Fei Long. I thought you meant you got the exclusive already. Jada had to retool Chun-Li, causing the delay. Oh, was she not thick enough before? Match is going to be a human coat check. Yeah, I don't do like fighting games. So yeah, I'm not like crazy into Street Fighter, but I am aware of the characters, and I had some of the comics, and I watched some of the animated movies and whatnot. But I guess that can tie back. Look at this seamless segue. That ties back into Power Rangers, you know, the Jason David Frank video, huh? Yeah, Evil Ryu will be available on the JADA site as well. Thank you, Rick Jones. But no, I want it while I'm there. When we land, my wife and I were going to go straight to Target, get a suitcase for all of the purchases that I will have, and probably grab toilet paper for Mario, because that guy's got problems. RMD is going to line up at NECA for Kino. And the good thing with bringing my wife is that she doesn't need any of this stuff, but that's an extra body to pick up doubles. It's perfect. It's perfect. Here we go. Let's see what this looks like. That's sick. I remember watching this series, and there was an episode where where Tommy Oliver was just telling the kids about him being a Power Ranger, and it was basically a highlight reel of MMPR and like Zeo and everything. His sword bent in the... What the hell, man? It's in a plastic bag and it's still bent? Come on, man. That's not cool. He's all like crooked. feel weird straightening this out on camera. There's a problem. Seems like everyone knows there's a production issue with that Chun-Li. I need to find time to watch more toy content, and that's honestly something I need to work on. It's just whenever I have a video to make, that's where most of my free time goes. Yo, Figment 5, what's up? Did you guys stream tonight? Go check out that new account. It's like Nose Rain, Work More or Less, Plastic Action, Black Series, and there might be another person that I'm forgetting, which if I am, I apologize. But they got some cool action figure toy related enamel pins coming out. What do you all think of this Tommy Oliver head? This is the style he went with in the show. And it's funny. This is a crooked P. There's a period on the show where Jason David Frank was he I think he was done filming, and he just wanted to do, I believe, his karate school or martial arts school. So the plot point was that he was stuck in his suit. He couldn't power down or something like that. So for like a good stretch of episodes, it was a masked ranger like this, and it was just Jason David Frank doing the voiceover, and I think he recorded it remotely or something like that, which is really funny. I love learning about things like that. This is kind of sucky. Like, come on. This is not part of the design. Like a big dot in the middle of the diamond. Oh no. Can we get double pinless on all Power Rangers? Like, at least this one isn't gummy or breaking like those remastered figures. This looks pretty solid. But this is a big no-no for me. Come on. Jason, Rich, you're suggesting we all come over to watch you go. Thank you. Hey, Jason's here. What's up, man? Jason was super nice. I asked him for some tips and critique on my hunting video, and he was more than generous, giving me some pointers that I'm gonna take into consideration. This is really loose. Okay, no, it's good. Looks good. The helmet reminds me of like a rice cooker or something. Oh, you like open up the top here. See the detail on the crooked P. That's pretty cool. I'm not happy about that though. I mean, it's fixable. It's just a minor inconvenience. You also get a punching hand. I don't know. And yo, there's that new G.I. Joe HasLab, right? I don't G.I. Joe at all, but sometimes I like to kind of post about it just to see what people have to say. And that thing backed in like what, 1 day, 2 days? Dragonfly? I have no need for this helicopter. If I was like into military toys, I'd probably get like 1 or 2, but this is sick. Look at all the effects, missiles and smoke, missile trail effects, decals. This is crazy. I don't know. Did you back it? And the reason I bring this up is because why is Power Rangers the only major brand up there that doesn't have a HasLab? Are they sticking with Zap? Like that's their thing? The $120 price range bigger figures sold at retail and whatnot. Later, Jesse. Hey, what's up, Michael? Yeah, I mean, I want Zords. Obviously, it's the first one's got to be a Megazord, Dino Megazord, and that's the first Zap they did. And I'm sure a lot of people would love that. Some people are like, I'm done with MMPR, but it's been around the longest, probably has the biggest fan base in North America for that reason. I'm just curious why they don't do that. Even the Astro Megazord Zap looks really good. They could have made that into a HasLab. Okay, here's what's bothering me with this figure. This helmet is really loose. Look. I mean, you can still get it to look, but it's just really loose. Maybe if I sit it a little lower. Either way, I think this looks super dope. I don't know where this effect piece is supposed to go. Maybe I can hide his crooked. Oh, it does have a hole in it. Is there a hole in here? Or am I just jamming things into spots where I'm not supposed to? I don't know. I'm a little annoyed. It looks good overall, but Dom says they're close to the first unlock on the Dragonfly. Static Thunder, what's good? Says, I would assume that the reason they aren't doing a HasLab is because most of the items they could do wouldn't have enough appeal. Right, like short of a Megazord and like a Dragonzord, how many units could they sell to reach HasLab levels? And instead of doing that, make it at a smaller scale, lower price point, and then you can have multiple Zords that kind of scale together. That makes sense. But on the same side, just do a single run of a Megazord and Dinozord, and maybe I want to call it the Thunder Tank. Thunder Tank, and have it huge. Just I would pay that one time. Classified as my main must-have collecting addiction these days, the 3.75 Joes were the core toy of my childhood, and Classified updates it in a way that totally works for me. That's great to hear, man. And you know what? I admire the Classified series from afar. They have a lot of figures. It looks like they're designed really well. Accessories are nicely done. You got a lot of troop builders. I know there was a lot of beef with the line in the beginning, like not finding stuff. I don't know how it is now, but I'm happy for people like you and Jason who are into Joes. I mean, there's still figures out there that tempt me, especially all the ones with the animals as sidekicks. Those are so cool. I want to buy a new Snake Eyes with Timber, the wolf. There's the guy with the alligator. That stuff is cool to me. Titanus and including some crazy extras. Yeah, exactly. Mr. Ryan Clark, see you later. Have a good night. Yeah, I mean, for sure. First, if they do a HasLab, it's going to be MMPR based. Like, that's your biggest fan base. And you know what? We're the demographic with that disposable income to be spending for $500 on a HasLab, right? We're the ones who grew up with this 20-something years ago. All right. Moving on, we're going to switch gears real quick, and then if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. A friend of mine sent me these Micro Galaxy Squadron ships. Oh, unboxing art. What's going on? My helmeted head was loose as heck on my figure. I had to reach out to Hasbro about it. Yeah, mine was also. but I think I just kind of screwed it in a little bit tighter, and it's a little bit better now. And it sits lower too. But I'm sure you've tried that already. Mine just happens to have worked afterwards. I'm okay with it. Static Thunder says, my dream HasLab would be the Lightspeed Rescue Super Train Megazord. That bad boy towers over the other Megazords. Yeah, then, you know, maybe Zap is the way to go so they can actually scale things properly. All right, so we have some TIE fighters here. And I'm not like a Power Rangers or Super Sentai expert at all. I watched MMPR, and then a few years ago I went back to catch some series that people recommended that were worth watching. So like In Space, SPD, Turbo, wait, no. I think Turbo, Time Force I watched. So I have a nice fleet of TIE fighters here, and I have Moff Gideon's Outland TIE, which I don't know how I'm going to display these, but do you remember in Andor when the base was being attacked and then all the pilots were running along the catwalk getting into their TIE fighters? That scene was so cool. That's what I think of every time I see like a whole lineup of these. So I love these. You can open them up from the top and drop in your TIE pilot. There's also a little button here you can push up, so you can push your pilot out, or I don't know if it's a play feature, you can kind of fling them out, or just assists you in taking them out. So there are regular ties, and then there are battle damaged ones. So they've been hit here. And the main course, again, I was sent these from a friend who felt these did not fit in his collection and was very generous to offer them to me. I said I'd give them a good home. Here we go. Let's move these suckers out of the way. Well, I'll keep one close by for scale. Huge mess, huge mess. Around here, there is a bag here with parts. So this is the Falcon. How does this open? Oh no, is this another stream where I get owned by this toy line? Oh no. It is. It is going to be one of those streams. Oh, there we go. There's the not Baccarat. What the hell is that game called? Jason, I need your help. Oh my god, that's so cool. So you can put someone here and man the guns from the top, and then that goes right in on the top of the ship, so you can have a gunner inside. So cool. There's a satellite dish that goes here. Oh, this looks incredible. Look at this. Now, this set is weird because the assortment of minifigures that it comes with. And I have it. I had it. So it comes with Han, Chewie, Obi-Wan, and Leia, which, you know, those characters were not together on the Millennium Falcon. This should be a Luke. They're going to rescue her, right? So they're never all together. Yeah, they were never together. Let's see how the cockpit opens up. This looks like a hinge here, so I'm assuming I can just... There you go. There's 4 seats in there. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Let's see how this landing gear. Oh, look at that landing gear. That's so cool. Yo. One more. And where is the ramp to go in? Am I looking on the right side of the ship? Is there a ramp built in? I know this has lights and sounds too. I gotta add the batteries. The Dejaric table, thank you. RMD says, am I lining up at the Jazzwares booth for Micro Galaxy Squadron? They will be second on the list. Some of those exclusive, I think people have it online and it's going for stupid money already, so... Oh, see, here's the buttons for the lights and sounds, I think. Oh, here we go. Here's the walkway. These are so well done. Like, the sculpts, everything that moves is blended in nicely, and with the paint, too. It's really hard to see that it's like... There's moving parts here. But there's the entry ramp. Uh-oh, did I break it already? No, we're good. We are good. And, you know, you got to put Han... I think on a recent live stream somewhere, they showed off Luke's land speeder from Tatooine on A New Hope. So you'll be able to get that Farm Boy Luke figure to go on this ship. How do you open this thing? Micro Galaxy Squadron will be second after JADA Toy. Does Chewie go on this side or the other side? Chewie goes on this side. Mainly because Micro Galaxy Squadron would be a little bit clunky to bring home. If I can get it online, I'll try to get it online. If it's super exclusive and I can get it, like it's not a crazy lineup, I'll give it a shot. That's so cool. Come on. Come on. I guess I'll put Leia. I don't want to lose him. And I just lost Ben. What am I going to do? Have Ben sit in the main part of the ship by himself? Just because they were never... he was never there with Leia? I guess their whole dynamic has changed now after the Kenobi series. This is super cool. There's like little details here. Storage containers. And other types of equipment. Boxes here. Things like that. This is awesome. This is awesome. Yeah, if you guys are on the fence, I mean, these are not expensive. And in fact, Jazzwares has dropped the price on their line, which is unheard of. Completely crazy and unheard of. Leia just ejected from the ship. Give it a shot. Buy a ship. It's a cool line. It's a fun line to play with. Oh no, where did the gun go? Oh, I'm a disaster over here. I am a disaster. All right. Kenobi can take a nap. Well, you know, he's one with the Force. He's got lots of time on his hands. The excitement in my voice is what being a collector is all about. I mean, if these toys, you know, they gotta bring that, right? They gotta give you that feeling. Otherwise, do they deserve a spot in the collection? That ramp is so sick. I love that. Let's see. The TIE fighters come with TIE pilots. Can zoom into those. Oh, that is out. I know how this works. And you know what? For such a tiny figure, they've actually put little silver details on here. Like it's a pretty accurate paint job. There's not much else you can do at this size, but that looks cool. And these are not too expensive to fleet build and army build. Look. You can just have a row of TIE fighters and the pilot standing in front on your display. All right, there's one more thing that I wanted to talk about before we go. Oh, first of all, two things. Secret Invasion. Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion on Disney Plus is coming up soon, I believe, because I requested. I want to check it out. I really like that storyline, and I want to see. I hope the show does it justice. But who has been slacking on the Legends photos today? I'll go to Twitter. I know Dan has it. It is the Target exclusive Black Widow Marvel Legends. It's like a deluxe figure. I think they announced it before for the Avengers initiative for this year. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, it's not even deluxe. It's just a lot of stuff in a regular box. Good for them. Why is it do you remember the gray suit Black Widow? That wasn't a deluxe either, and it was in this regular box, and it had a whole bunch of accessories too, jetpack and stingers and effects. Black Series would have called it a super mega deluxe and charge $100 for all this stuff to come with the Boba Fett. Double jointed pinless knees, elbows, the super articulated female Legends body, 3 head sculpts. I don't know about this one with the bangs over the face. I get the comic look, but does it translate to a figure? We'll see. There's some smoke effects for her blasters. I noticed there's a video and Dwight called them blasters. Has a suppressor, gun hands, fist hands. These hands for females. Look at all the different stingers and effects that you get for $27.99. This is on pre-order on Target right now. I asked Dan if you're in Canada. This should be coming to Toys R Us in Canada later this year. This one looks dope. I know a lot of people were using that Shriek body because Shriek was the first super articulated female body that was double pinless, and they were taking that one to customize to make a Black Widow. And this, it just makes sense. I think they already had this belt tooled from some of the previous ones, right? You can get her in some sick poses too. Look at that. When this comes out in Canada, look at that pose. Come on. That is dope. Pre-order. RMT says it's a dope Black Widow. It's amazing Black Widow, but I don't know if I need it right now. Well, you can pre-order it. They don't charge right away, right? Or they might cancel it on you, so you're rolling the dice on all that. Yeah, I think that's it for tonight. What have I got going on the channel? Follow me over on Instagram at toyingaround. Follow me here, subscribe here if you haven't already. I really appreciate everyone coming in for the short and sweet and slightly late show tonight. I'm trying to put more toy specific content. I'm finding that when people subscribe, oh wait, look, These are the buttons that go through to the inside panel. I didn't even notice that. You don't have to open it. Look how well they're blended in to the rest of these ports or these vents. Come on, that's cool. That's cool. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm trying to bring it back to more toy specific content. I've been trying to branch out more and make videos because I do like making videos and things that make people laugh and are entertaining and whatnot. But I'm trying to bring it back more to toys. So subscribe if you haven't yet. Let people know about the stream. I hope you enjoyed the Spiderverse figures. Maybe I'll do a Spiderverse spoiler full stream instead of spoiler free, and we can just really kind of talk about the movie openly and without anything holding us back. Thank you for watching. Thank you for leaving a thumbs up on the video. If you haven't yet, I would appreciate that. And it does help the channel a lot. And again, the link to the Discord is in the chat, but also in the video description. Join us over there. There is a specific channel there for SDCC, whether it's events that might be happening there or pre-orders, exclusives. We're going to be posting them there, so we don't miss it. And if you're heading there, sound off in there, and I can post days that we're planning on meeting up, where we're meeting, things like that. And let's not waste this opportunity if people are going to be out there. I don't want to be like, oh, I had this huge event and I missed so and so. Like it would be cool. It would be cool to hang out, and I don't want to wait for the next time. Like let's get that together. I think this one is going to be one for the books. But until next time, Boba Squadron, I haven't talked to them yet in terms of coming back, but Star Wars shows are coming soon. New Ahsoka images have been revealed. So Boba Squadron podcast talking about Star Wars on this channel as well. Enablers, and of course Unboxing Thursdays every week, normally 9 p.m. Eastern, except for tonight. This is episode 154. Thank you for watching. Have yourselves a great night and keep toying around. Peace. I don't have a song for tonight. I don't remember any of the songs from Across the Spider-Verse. You're a sunflower. There's so much. Every time you leave it on you. That's all I know.